weather first with Storm Team 5.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Storm Team 5 Chief Meteorologist Luke Sampe. We have hazy skies and smoky skies out there due to Canadian wildfire smoke. At this hour, it's 69 degrees in downtown Green Bay. We're tracking thunderstorms developing. We're currently just off to the north of Green Bay. A few of these cells capable of producing some small hail. We're watching one crossing the bay right now, heads up to you in Brussels and eventually into northern portions of Kewaunee County for that. We'll continue to track these storms, let you know when we could climb up close to 90 degrees in the area's most accurate forecast. Local 5 News starts right now.
Now at 4, we're back in downtown Appleton for the 3rd annual Light the Night Market with all sorts of fun. The new, the young, the old, all here as one of the most popular events in Northeast Wisconsin returns. Your news starts right now.
Your stories, our community. This is Local 5 News at 4.
And good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for Local 5 News at 4. I'm Tom Zalaski. We are about to light the night in downtown Appleton with their 3rd annual market. And we begin with one of the people bringing this event to life. Local 5's Caitlin Corbett joins us live now from the market. Hi, Caitlin.
Yeah, hey Tom, I'm here at Houdini Plaza and I'm with Abby Novak from Appleton Downtown Inc. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, so excited to have you guys down here.
And we're very excited to be here for a 3rd year now. So you're one of the big masterminds behind this entire event. Tell me a little bit about what goes into planning it, especially because you actually had to reschedule this year.
Oh my gosh, I can't even explain the amount of hours and thought and time that goes into planning every little detail of this event and just the amazing work of the team that I work with. I'm just so proud to be with them. And yeah, I mean, it was a big thing to have to reschedule, but you know, it got a little bit crazy a few weeks ago and we just wanted to make sure we emphasized the safety of everyone attending. So I was very fortunate that a lot of the vendors that were going to be in the last one were available. So we have a lot of those great vendors coming back and their support means a lot as well. So just definitely a lot of planning, a lot of thought of how to make this great for the community.
And a little less than an hour until it officially kicks off, and the weather is feeling really nice right now. A little bit windy, blowing our hair right now, but
Yes.
That's okay. So tell us a little bit also about the Renaissance Flair theme that's going on this year. How did you come up with that?
Yeah, so we just wanted to figure out a way, like you said, this is our 3rd year of just how to make things a little bit different. We didn't want to totally dive into a theme, so that's why we're like, it's a Renaissance flair, because there's a lot of elements that are going on from previous night markets that are still here, but just a few fun interactive things for people that tie into that Renaissance theme. We have some live action role play that's going to be going on right over here. We have some stage performers that dive into the Renaissance theme, some vendors that sell Renaissance themed items. So a lot of really great things. A pirate ship ride. Okay. So just a few things throughout the event that really tie into that flair we have going on.
And we have our Paul Stino who's going to be actually around the market tonight, so I'm sure he'll see some of that. I've seen people in costumes, so we're hoping a lot of people are going to come out tonight. What do you want to tell people for a reason to get off their couch and just come out here and join us tonight?
Oh my gosh, I mean, well, first it's free. How can you beat that? So you can come out, check all these amazing things out, you know, check out some vendors that you've maybe never seen before, some performers, and you of course can enjoy everything we have on College Avenue. So many great businesses that are staying open late just to welcome people that are coming to this event. So just a lot of different things to check out, a lot of things for all ages, and of course, again, it's free, so how can you beat that?
And so what are some of the things that have returned from years past to this year?
Yeah, so we have, of course, a lot of live music. That's always important to most of our events that we have here. Some vendors that have been with us since the first one that are back. Some food trucks as well. We have our beer from Stone Arch, McFleshman's, Appleton Beer Factory. We're always proud to have them back as part of the event as well. Some of our sponsors that are returning here. So a lot of those fun elements that are back again this year.
And we've definitely seen it evolve over the 3 years that we've been doing this with you guys as well, just here covering it. And so you also have 2 more events that are going on throughout the summer and into the fall. Tell us a bit about what's coming up with those.
Yeah, so we have one more of these coming up in August, and then we have our November night market, which is our holiday theme as well. So yeah, you talked about the expansion and how when we first did this 2 years ago, we had no idea what to expect and the community loved it. We expanded it by a whole extra block to allow more vendors and entertainment to come in. We extended the time a little bit more, just everything so people could just get more of this amazing event. So we're happy that everybody loves it and we're excited to see everybody come out tonight.
And one thing I think a lot of people might want to know is that obviously we have the Renaissance theme happening, but how do you pick all of the different elements of this? I mean, like you said, food trucks, live music, Renaissance themed things happening here. How do you come up with all of that?
Oh my gosh, a lot of brainstorming, just a lot of research, a lot of things. You know, it's all of us just sitting down at the table talking about, you know, if we could dream our wildest thing, what would we want to have? I mean, last year we brought up after the May one, we're like, what if we had a Ferris wheel? And we made that happen. You know, we just come up with these fun ideas, looking at what would the community love, and we do our best to try to make it happen.
And I think you are absolutely making it happen. We're going to be here tonight. The market is happening from 5 to 10, so come on out and join us.
And we thank you, Caitlin. And with Light the Night being an outdoor event, weather, of course, very important for everybody tonight. So we're going to send things over to Storm Team 5 Chief Meteorologist Luke Sampe with how things are shaping up out there. Hi, Luke.
Well, Tom, the good news right now, we're in good shape in terms of storminess on College Avenue, but we could have a few thunderstorms move in as we progress over the next few hours. This is a live look onto College Avenue right now. And essentially all of the vendors setting up there live in tents and should be in pretty good shape. There is a west wind at 16, so a little blustery. Often that kind of funnels through right downtown Appleton. Nice and warm though, 72 degrees, and we'll have that opportunity essentially between now and about 8 o'clock for a line of isolated thunderstorms to move through. They're currently just north of Green Bay. Downpours, hail, and wind the main threats. Widespread severe weather, though, is not expected to occur. This is just going to be a narrow line of thunderstorms that will be moving in from the north and basically exiting by the time we get to probably 6 or 7 o'clock this evening. So right now, just thunderstorms, no warnings with these. Downpours, gusty wind, and potentially some small hail. We've been watching this cell that came in right from Marinette, Menominee counties. That is making its way into the Brussels area and perhaps far northeastern Brown County. Town of Scott, you'd be in play for that, for a downpour to come through. And this is being triggered by a cold front, which is just off to our north. This is going to sweep through, eventually switching our wind around to the north for tomorrow. So we clear things out. We'll still have this wildfire smoke to contend with here in the near term, but we clear things out in terms of weather and storms and rain and that sort of thing as we head through tonight. So there's high resolution futurecast by 7 o'clock. We're in good shape by certainly 8 or 9 o'clock. Dry everywhere, just that storm threat early on. We have a huge warm up on the way, by the way, as we get into early June when we could get up close to 90 in the forecast.
Yeah, Luke, there's a garden in the town of Scott that's really
just
happy
for you.
to hear about that rain you just
for you.
All right, back to Light the Night. A lot of different groups and stands getting ready for the gates to open up in just under an hour from right now. Local 5's Paul Stino live with us now for a look on College Avenue as the final preparations get underway. Hello, Paul.
Hi, Tom. Kind of the name of the game right now is everybody's getting their booths ready for the official start of the Light the Night market here in about 55 minutes. Such an amazing variety of vendors out here on College Avenue, like every year here at the Light the Night market. We want to give you a little preview of what you're going to see if you come out here. To my right here, this is Julie's Fashion Design. You can see all the different types of earrings, M&M earrings, the donut earrings, Starbucks. They also have some anklets here as well, which are very, very beautifully crafted here as well. Next door to them, this is the CNDL company. They have plush items. You can see the dinosaur, there's a hedgehog, a starfish, a shark, just really, really cool stuff here as well. And then next door to them, this is the Engrave Situation company. There's knives, there's little axes. They also really leaned into the Renaissance theme of the Light the Night market here today as well. If you're a people watcher person, this is a great place to come because there's so many things to see, and there's also so many interesting people wearing all kinds of interesting, costumes, Renaissance style costumes as well. It's going to be such an amazing night here. I looked on their website and there's going to be about 92 vendors out here on College Avenue this afternoon. So really something for everybody here tonight. It all begins here at 5 o'clock here on College Avenue in downtown Appleton. I'm going to throw it back to you now, Tom. Live from Appleton, Paul Stino, Local 5 News.
Thank you, Paul. Oh, those plushies. My grandson sees those. It is over for my credit card. Well, still to come tonight at 4. We've got a water report on Green Bay and that massive fire that filled the air with black smoke at the Nina Foundry last night. That's after the break. Continuing coverage now from last night's Neenah Foundry fire. Firefighters say everybody got out okay. Here's some video sent to us by a viewer. It shows that thick black smoke and flames coming from plant number 2. Neenah Menasha fire rescue officials say multiple agencies responded to the fire in the sand bin area of the foundry. This is just before 8:30 last night. They say the plant was in full operation at the time and everybody was evacuated safely.
A fire like this is obviously going to be challenging because we don't know the structural integrity of the building during this fire. So basically it was a defensive operation. Crews did great. They found their water source, they got it up and got water on the fire as quick as they could.
Took under 2 hours to put that fire out. There was still no word on the cause or the cost of damages. There's a new and recent report out. It's a report card related to the quality of Green Bay's water. They got an A, an A+, a B, but one F. The Wisconsin Waterworks Excellence Project uses data from the DNR and the Wisconsin Public Service Commission to give these school-style grades to Wisconsin community water utilities. Now, here's how Green Bay did in the following categories. Water quality, they got an A. Finance, B. Communications, an A+, but infrastructure and operations, that got the F. Green Bay Water disagreed with the nuances of this grading system.
The grading of the infrastructure, the variables that were used in that don't necessarily capture what we are doing and capture our plan probably accurately.
Okay, why the F grade for infrastructure? That's due to the amount of water lost, the water main breaks, and the replacement rate. Green Bay Water says their plan to replace 1% of their system a year has been in place before that report card came out. All right, we take a look outside now. Storm Team 5 Skyview camera, College Avenue, getting ready for the 3rd annual Light the Night Market. Your full forecast from Storm Team 5 coming up right after the break.
Now, the area's most accurate forecast from Storm Team 5. Chief Meteorologist Luke Sampe.
Smoky skies have returned from wildfire smoke up in Canada. That will be something that we unfortunately have to contend with at times straight through this weekend. Live look into the Stadium District at this hour. It's 69, west wind at 8 miles per hour. We had rain showers shift through a short time ago. Now a break. Now additional showers and thunderstorms getting very, very close to Green Bay. Setting up for Light the Night down in Appleton on College Avenue. Leading off the show with that coverage, you can see the vendors are getting set up. 72, pretty comfortable. West wind at 16. Have to keep an eye out though for a few thunderstorms as well, even through Green Bay, the Fox River Valley, and then eventually down to the southern sections of the area between now and about 7 or 8 o'clock. 68 degrees in Manitowoc, northwesterly wind there coming in at 12 miles per hour. So here's the thunderstorms right on schedule. We were concerned that we could get some stronger storms here this afternoon. Nothing warned as of yet, but what these are producing, certainly downpours, gusty wind, possibly some small hail. There's a scattering of thunderstorms there from Sturgeon Bay, just south and west of Sturgeon Bay, over into about Brussels, and then across the bay back over into Oconto County and Shawano County. Everything drifting south at about 30 miles per hour. So this is being triggered rather by a cold front, and this is going to continue to push south. So there's just no way to avoid that threat for rain on College Avenue between now and the next few hours. Here's now taking you to about 5 o'clock. Notice how High Resolution Futurecast wants to put a downpour pretty much right on top of Appleton at that time. So that's when Light the Night starts. But the good news here is by 6, 7 o'clock it's south and we clear out fairly quickly. And then as we head through tonight, we're actually clearing the skies of cloud cover. We're still going to have that wildfire smoke to contend with though. So between now and about 8 o'clock, line of isolated thunderstorms will be moving through. Downpours, hail, and wind the main threats. We are not expecting widespread severe weather to occur. So just be aware and alert for a thunderstorm here or there as we head in the beginning portion of this forecast tonight. Smoky skies and poor air quality, unfortunately, as we head through the weekend. It does look like it thins a little bit as we head through tomorrow, only to come back on Sunday, going into Monday. And temperatures really heating up. Early June, really looking like summer, as we could have highs very soon, push up into the mid and upper 80s. 69 degrees, our official high today. The warmth is setting up just off to our west underneath a big ridge in the upper winds. That extends all the way up into northwestern Canada. Now, this is impacting our weather in a couple ways. First, it's going to help to warm us up, but this ridge is essentially dumping those mid-level winds right out of the north, right over us, and that's taking wildfire smoke, numerous wildfires up across Canada, and that is pushing it right across the state of Wisconsin, really the western Great Lakes. So this is going to be something that we contend with all the way straight through the weekend. Poor air quality, expect that in the days ahead. Tonight, clearing skies, cooler. We will be into the 40s, and then tomorrow, mostly sunny, hazy, breezy, just a little cooler, especially lakeside, with that northeasterly turn to the wind with that cold front moving through. Back to 77 on Sunday, again, hazy skies, very warm on Monday, close to 90. And then our next opportunity for thunderstorms will be with a cold front coming in late Tuesday.
We thank you, Luke. And as we head to break, live look now, Nashville, Tennessee, where this weekend's NASCAR race will take place. It was a trip down memory lane in Appleton last night as dozens of former students and faculty walked through the halls of Columbus Elementary School one last time. Local 5's Paul Stino reports.
Blackboards were over there, and these were big windows here.
There's no shortage of memories in the kindergarten classroom at Columbus Elementary School in Appleton for Steve and Donna Melkert.
This is where we met, and been together for 52 years. We married after high school.
Back in 1955, they were classmates, returning in 2025 to check out the school that first brought them together.
Did you ever think way back then that your husband was, with you in your kindergarten class?
No, I had no idea. Especially since we were just together in kindergarten, and then we went separate ways after first grade, different schools, different high schools, and then we reconnected just before graduation.
Before it shuts down as an elementary school next month, Appleton Area School District officials held a commemoration for Columbus Elementary. The event included speeches, performances, and a chance for people to explore the building.
She wouldn't get out of the teacher's chair one day so the teacher couldn't read us a story. So that was something I remember about.
The memories of her time here as a student and then as an educational assistant, flooding back for Marilyn Kennel as she weaved her way through the school.
It was a real happy time and a carefree time. You know, when you're young like that, you don't have too many worries other than, oh, you got to play with this child or that child or whatever.
Some met the person they would eventually marry here. Others made lifelong friends. Each person made special memories that impacted their lives in a meaningful enough way for them to want to visit the building one more time for a trip down memory lane.
I enjoyed the memories of it all. I wanted to see the school. It doesn't look like I remember it, though. It's changed a lot, but I had a really fun time seeing how it looks today.
There were a couple other people from our kindergarten class here, so it was fun.
Great.
So it's kind of a reunion.
Yeah, very much.
Very much.
In Appleton, Paul Stino, Local 5 News.
Thank you, Paul. Columbus Elementary will no longer be a school, but the school district says that it will continue to serve a variety of educational purposes for the district as they move forward. And still to come tonight at 4, Positively Fox Valley News will tell you about the soon-to-be Activity Center coming to life after the break.
Closed captioning sponsored by Audiology at ENT Specialists of Wisconsin.
Time now for a story that is Positively Fox Valley, our chance to tell you about the places making the Fox Cities a better place to live. The Thompson Center on Lourdes in Appleton, which is soon changing its name to the Mary Beth Nienhaus Activity Center, is opening up on June 20th. The center is for adults over 50, which is one of 3 in the Fox Valley, and it's got wellness programs, pickleball courts, tech ed classrooms, and more.
Social activity actually helps improve your health. It helps affect serious health issues like diabetes, cancer, stroke, coronary artery disease. All of that can see the positive effects if you're out in the community with your friends and you're socializing.
And you can also help to fund that activity center with the $400,000 matching campaign, which is going on right now. Here now, we'll look at stocks of local interest, how they did today. We're back with another half hour of news and exclusive Light the Night coverage with Caitlin Corbett and Paul Stino from downtown Appleton right after this. now at 4:30, our coverage of the Light the Night Market continues with all the fun you can take part in. It all starts just 30 minutes from right now.
Your stories, our community. This is Local 5 News at 4:30.
And welcome back to Local 5 News at 4:30. I'm Tom Zalaski. Light the Night Market, 30 minutes from right now. Doors open up. We're going to send things over to Local 5's Caitlin Corbett, who's with a special guest. Hi, Caitlin.
Yeah, hey, Tom. I'm actually with two familiar faces right now, Corey Otis and Eric Stadler from the Appleton Parade Committee. Thank you both for joining me tonight.
Our pleasure. Yeah, we're glad to be here. Thank you.
And so, first of all, you guys get to actually kind of enjoy the event tonight, or so you thought, but what else are you going to be doing here?
Well, we thought we'd come and check out Light the Night, but then my sister, Megan Warner, who's on our committee and also works for Appleton Downtown Incorporated, decided to put us to work right over there, so we'll be selling tickets for beverages later. Pretty much all night.
Okay, that's going to be exciting. I think Paul will have to stop over and get some footage of that later. You guys have a lot of exciting things coming up. One of them very soon, the Flag Day event. Tell us about some of the parade planning and stuff that goes into that and how long it takes you guys.
Well, we start meeting in January to plan a parade in June, so we've been at it for a while. We're looking at about 102 units last time I checked, and that's coming up in 2 weeks from tomorrow. So June 14th at 2 p.m. at the corner of Oneida and Wisconsin. We'll kick off the 74th Appleton Flag Day Parade.
And so you have the Flag Day Parade, the Christmas Parade. What do events like those and like Light the Market, how do those bring people in the community together?
Well, I think people look forward to them and seek them out, in all honesty, and they turn into family traditions. The Flag Day Parade being around for 74 years, and people know where they're going to be each year. They make sure that it's on their family calendar, and they do become family tradition events, and just like the Light Up the Market has become downtown Appleton as well.
And so what would something that you would say to people watching right now, what would be the motivation to get them to kind of come out here and enjoy this tonight?
There are going to be a lot of people out here tonight. There's going to be a lot of good food, a lot of good music. I see a lot of booths set up selling their wares and crafts and whatnot. So it's just a good time, and it's kind of like the farmers market, but a little jazzed up for the nighttime.
And so what's one of the most rewarding things? You said so much goes into planning these parades specifically. What's one of the most rewarding things for you guys when the day finally happens to see all of these people coming out and enjoying it like they do?
Well, just that. It's seeing the community come together, the unification of the community and the visitors to the area. But seeing their smiling faces and whether it's the Christmas parade, the Memorial Day parade, or our upcoming Flag Day parade, everybody really rallies behind the theme and what the day is all about. So it's nice to see everyone come together.
And anything new this year we can expect for the Flag Day parade since that's coming up soonest?
We do have a couple of newer units. We have the Dancing Grannies. We've been a part of the Flag Day parade for the last couple of years, and now we have the Golden Gals MKE. It's a very similar unit, but just very festive and very fun, and just kind of brings kind of a jubilant tone and feeling to the event.
And it really is a true kind of summer feeling when you go out to that Flag Day parade. We, of course, from Local 5 will be there as well. Can you tell us a little bit about the escort this year?
Yeah, so Bob Lace is serving as our escort to the flag. Each year, the parade marshal of the Appleton Flag Day Parade is the American flag, and we try to find somebody within the community that we feel is worth that notable position of being the escort to the flag. And Bob Lace is a Marine Corps veteran. We happen to be this year highlighting the United States Marine Corps and the United States Navy. Bob is a Vietnam-era veteran and has been recognized by many people by standing at the corner of Drew and College Avenue at each year's Flag Day Parade, saluting the units as they go by with his tall flag and the Marine Corps flag. So very proud American, and we're glad to have him helping us out.
And of course, we'll be covering this leading up to the Flag Day Parade, but just right now for anybody watching, any tips ahead of that parade? If you want to get a spot, you're going to come down and watch it.
Yeah, there's a lot of good spots to watch the parade from. Wisconsin Avenue, State Street, College Avenue. The farmers market's going on in the morning down here on College Avenue. We also have a couple of pre-parade concerts right here at Houdini Plaza. The Marine Reserve Band out of New Orleans, and then followed by the 1st Brigade Band, which is a Civil War era band. And then after the parade, stick around because we have the Badger Band, which features musicians from the University of Wisconsin Marching Band. So they'll do a 5th quarter here about 4:30 or so on Saturday, June 14th.
Saturday, June 14th. A lot of exciting things coming up, but for now, we're going to wrap up here and send it back into you, Tom. We're live from the Light the Night Market.
Okay, Caitlin, thank you. Boy, Caitlin, I hope that you do not get hit with what we're getting slammed with right now in Green Bay weather-wise. Luke Sampe, what's going on here and what's going to go on there.
Yeah, we have downpours moving through, and of course we've been talking about this all the past couple days. As we go through these hours, we're going to have that opportunity. Not right now, though, on College Avenue. A lot of folks set up, a lot of vendors, 72 degrees, west wind at 16. But what we have happening right here on the east side of Green Bay is one of these isolated downpours, some gusty wind, and even possibly some small hail with a few of these. Right now, between essentially this time frame and about 8 p.m. tonight. So not raining or storming right now down through the Fox cities. It will be, or potentially will be shortly. Maybe we can get a little luck here and split the uprights with this line of storms coming in, certainly favoring at least maybe that eastern portion of the Fox cities. Here's Appleton. I think that's inevitable. This batch coming in right from Shawano County, pretty much a beeline right for Appleton. That would be arriving inside of the next 15 to 20 minutes. So keep that in mind. This is going to be at least a quick hitter, but we're going to have some very heavy downpours with these storms that come through, cloud to ground lightning and some gusty winds. Cold front is triggering all of this, by the way, up in northern Wisconsin, and that will essentially drift through tonight, switch our wind around tomorrow. It'll help to clear out the clouds, but this wildfire smoke that we have, that's going to take a little bit to scour out as well. So that storm threat confined to the early portion of this evening. Once we get to 8 o'clock, we're in the clear, and we should stay that way for much of the weekend into early next week. More on that big warm-up that's coming as well in just a few minutes.
Okay, Luke, they've been warned. We've got more live coverage right now from Appleton's Light the Night Market. We bring in Local 5's Paul Stino with a look. He's down around College Avenue, the streets around there. Hiya, Paul.
Hi, Tom. Yes, setup continues here in downtown Appleton for the Light the Night Market here on College Avenue. We are about 30 minutes away from the official start of the event. And of course, we're all crossing our fingers that the rain holds off here this afternoon and into tonight. Right now, you're looking at some video that we shot from earlier on today of a bunch of vendors getting their booths ready for this event. According to Appleton Downtown Inc. website, there's going to be about 90 vendors on College Avenue tonight taking part in the market, selling everything from jewelry to pocket knives. There's also live entertainment, hands-on activities for all ages, and a pirate ship ride. The theme this year is the Renaissance, and all around you can see the vendors really getting into the theme with the clothes they are wearing and the items they are selling.
So as much as it's family friendly, it's also very much a throwback to the old bazaars that they would have, the fire dancers and knife swallowers and just the exotic animals that you would see in these markets over in like Greece and stuff like that. And it's crazy that they actually still do them. You know, like there's still very much a big thing, those bazaars that they have, the night markets.
And Tom, the market officially begins here at 5 o'clock in less than half an hour, and we'll be lighting up the night here on College Avenue all the way up until 10 o'clock tonight. Lots to be excited for. Live from Appleton, Paul Stino, Local 5 News.
Okay, thanks so much, Paul. All right, now for a story that is positively Wisconsin, our chance to tell you about the events helping animals around our community. The Wisconsin Humane Society's Green Bay campus is hosting its annual Pet Walk fundraiser. It's at Pampern Park on Sunday. All donations are being matched up to $30,000.
We've got vendors, we've got family-friendly activities, we've got a pet costume contest, there's obstacle courses for you and your pet. It's just a great time. Backed by popular demand, we even have a trick contest. And of course, there's the walk itself.
Registration starts at 8:30 in the morning. The walk starts at 10, and our very own Jade Henschel will be there. And we still have more than about 20 minutes until the Light the Night opens up to the public in downtown Appleton. Stay with us for more live, exclusive coverage, plus an extended look at your forecast after the break.
And now, the area's most accurate forecast from Storm Team 5. Chief Meteorologist Luke Sampe.
So far, so good on College Avenue with the rain, but we do have some showers and downpours working toward Appleton over the course of the next 30 minutes or so. Take you to a live look there, where on College Avenue it's 72 degrees. Light the Night about 19 minutes away from opening up. Vendors are set up. Just be prepared that you could have some heavy rain, some gusty wind, possibly even some small hail come through there as we head again through about the next 30 or 35 minutes. We'll show you that on the radar. Manitowoc here at 68, northwest wind at 12 miles per hour. And we've had the smoke in the sky again. Incredible amount of wildfires ongoing right now in Canada. And the way the jet stream winds and steering winds are in the atmosphere, it's carrying it right into the western Great Lakes. More on that in a moment. First up, the storms, though. We do have non-severe, heavy rain producing and gusty wind producing thunderstorms pushing through. These are scattered about. We just had one move through the east side of Green Bay right here at our studios. Now here's Appleton. What's coming in is from Clintonville. And this is all moving down to the east-southeast at roughly 35 miles per hour. So just a run-of-the-mill storm track on this, showing that Ellington at about 5:01 and then Appleton at about 5:18. So that's why we're saying about quarter after 5 to about 5:20 or so. That's when that's anticipated to arrive. And it'll probably last on the order of about 15 or 20 minutes. But there's going to be some heavy rain and certainly some cloud ground lightning, gusty winds, and possibly some hail with that. It's not going to last long. Don't let that deter you from heading out and about, because once this cold front passes through and this cluster of storms moves south, there's nothing behind it that'll be flaring up. So that storm window or opportunity, if you will, across the area will be between now and about 8 p.m. This line of scattered thunderstorms drifting south, downpours, hail, and wind, the main threats, widespread severe weather not anticipated, and that seems to be holding true and behaving. Those storms are behaving for the most part as well, outside of just bringing some wet weather temporarily. So be aware for that. Smoky skies and poor air quality. If you have asthma, COPD, any sort of sensitive breathing condition, it's going to be tough this evening and even for the weekend. And then temperatures are heating back up for us as we head into early June. 69 degrees our official high today. 70s and 80s, not far off. And it's even warmer into portions of central Canada, courtesy of a huge ridge in the upper winds, flanked by chilly weather on each side with that trough. But this is a setup that's helping to steer in the wildfire smoke as well, because that ridge is essentially aligned on the east side of it, north and south. So it's carrying and steering in that wildfire smoke from central portions of Canada right into the western Great Lakes. You could smell it today, and that will be something that we contend with throughout the weekend. Now, it's not going to be constant and steady. It'll ebb and flow. Probably thin a little for tomorrow and then come right back on Sunday. We have air quality alerts in place through the entire state of Wisconsin through at least tomorrow morning. I would anticipate additional alerts as we head through the weekend. All right, your forecast tonight, clearing skies, cooler, will be in the 40s. And then for tomorrow, mostly sunny but hazy skies, breezy conditions, and cooler lakeside with a northeast wind about 10 to 20. There's your 7-day planner on Sunday, 77, warming back up, 89 degrees as we head into Monday, 81 on Tuesday. That cold front will trigger some thunderstorms later Tuesday, but we're so warm on Monday, Tom, that our cool down is the mid-70s.
Yeah, that's going to be nice. Yeah, you're right. You could taste that smoke today almost.
Yeah. And isn't that something? That's timber that burned up in Canada, and all of that traveled, that smoke traveled this way.
Wow, what a day. All right, thank you, Luke. Coming up after the break, we continue our Light the Night coverage. We'll be talking with the boss, our very own TV5 General Manager, about our commitment to community.
Luke Sampe, the Forecast Center here. Just an update. We just had a severe thunderstorm warning issued for Brown County. It does include the city of Green Bay. The cell is up just near Swamico, just east of Swamico, moving south-southeast at about 30 miles an hour. The storm track on this would take the worst of this just on the east side of Green Bay into around Bellevue at about 5:11, Langs Corners at about 5:20. Seek shelter if you're in the path of this storm. Tom will have an update in just a few minutes.
All right, we thank you, Lou. Now for some fun in the Fox Valley this weekend. And the big thing, of course, tonight, come on down to downtown Appleton for the Light the Night Market. It officially kicks off in about 10 minutes from right now, goes to 10 o'clock tonight. This year, the market is embracing a Renaissance theme, but much of the fan favorite activities, they're also back. So we invite you to join us out on College Avenue for Light the Night Market. And we have one final special guest to talk to before Light the Night gets underway. Local 5's Caitlin Corbett back now with that one more interview. Okay, Caitlin.
Yeah, hey, Tom. That one more special guest is our Local 5 General Manager, Judd Beck. Judd, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Caitlin.
And so this is our third year with Local 5 here covering the Light the Night market, and it's been so much fun every single year. It's looked a little bit different. Why is it such a big deal for our station to cover this?
Well, we've been here from the start. So they wanted to do this event, 3 years ago, and we really wanted to sort of expand our footprint, our awareness, visibility in the Valley. And so the timing was perfect. We had just opened up our bureau, which you star at every day, Monday through Friday. And they said, we got this event. Would you like to? I'm like, yes. Tell me the event later. We're in. And then the event, the first year, kind of exceeded expectations. In the ensuing 2 years, they have expanded it by a block. So they've got more vendors are involved. Even with the shift from the original date 2 weeks ago, they maintained pretty much all the vendors, and they've got all the acts, the band, they've got the Renaissance people here. So it's really a terrific event, and it also sort of kicks off the summer for everybody, right? You start getting these outside events, and we all climb out of our cellars, and we go outside. And, it kicks everything off for us. And we've got a lot planned over the next couple of months, don't we, Caitlin?
We have a lot planned. So let's talk a little bit about that as well. So we have the Flag Day Parade that's coming up. We obviously always do the Appleton Christmas Parade. WFRV is involved in a lot of these community events, and many of them are right here in the Fox Valley. Why do we like to highlight that, and why do we take part in all of these things?
Well, we've been doing it for a long time. Every business likes to differentiate themselves from their competitors, right? And you do something really well, and it defines you. And one of the things we do really well is community involvement. And we're involved, I would argue, more than everybody else in the market combined. We will kick off with this event tonight, and then we go to the Flag Day Parade, and then we got the 4th of July Parade. On Friday of today, we kicked off Our Town in Sturgeon Bay, and we'll do that for about 10 weeks. So we're out in the community more than anybody, and we love to do it. That's how you connect with these communities. Not everything happens in just 1 or 2 cities. It happens all over the marketplace. And by doing things like Our Town, by doing this, by doing the Flag Day Parade, we're engaging with everybody in the market, and that's what we want to do.
And it shows we're not just sitting in the station. We're actually out here like we are tonight. And so I also want to talk about, for people who might not know logistically, we just finished up the NFL draft. Obviously a huge undertaking for our station. And then like we just talked about, the things we have going on through the summer and the winter. What does it take for the planning part of that from the perspective as you as a general manager?
Well, the draft, I started losing sleep about 1.5 years. As soon as they announced it, I was like, oh my goodness, we have so much to do. And I literally was losing sleep, as others were. And we said, the best way to resolve the issue of, that kind of challenge is to start planning for it. And so we did. And we started our planning over 1 year ago. We had to find a place to go. Amplify was a wonderful partner in Titletown. And we started our coverage the night of the AFC Championship game. That was the first night that we did Titletown's turn, and we did it for 14 weeks. So, we feel really good about it. As a station, we all felt proud of our work. And that's not only great for the community, frankly, it's great for us too.
Absolutely. All right. I want to thank you, Judd, for coming on with us. And I just felt a raindrop, so I think this is perfect timing for us to end our live coverage here right now. Paul Stino will be here throughout the rest of the night, though, but for now, I'll send it back into you, Tom.
Thank you, Caitlin. All right, Judd Beck, anything to get out of the office on a Friday afternoon, right? We are going to come back after the break. One last look down College Avenue as Light the Night gets ready to go. Stay right there. Okay, we are just a few minutes away from the gates opening up to this year's Light the Night Market in downtown Appleton. Paul Stino joins us one last time with all the excitement about to happen. Hey, Paul.
Hi, Tom. So Earl's Rides, it is back at the Light the Night Market here in downtown Appleton again this year. Last year, they had a slide and a Ferris wheel. This year, they brought their Noah's Ark swinging ship ride, one of the many amazing things that you're going to see here at the Light the Night Market. If you want to check out the ship ride, it's on the corner of College Avenue and Superior Street here in downtown Appleton. The theme this year is the Renaissance. We've seen so many Renaissance themed vendors, costumes. There's LARPers in Houdini Plaza right now, but really there's something for every single taste, every single person who comes out here to downtown Appleton to be part of the Light the Night Market. It starts here officially in just a couple minutes, and then we'll be lighting the night all the way until 10 o'clock tonight. I hope that people are able to come out here, enjoy the Light the Night market, maybe take a ride on the Noah's Ark pirate ship ride here as well. Just so many amazing fun things to do. For now, though, live from Appleton, Paul Stino, Local 5 News.
Well, Noah's Ark, it's supposed to be 2x2. Where's your partner? All right. Luke, now final weather check for us.
We have a severe thunderstorm warning until 5:30 for Brown County. Looks like the worst of this would pass just off to the east of Green Bay. So heads up to you in the town of Scott, Bellevue, Poland, Langs Corners, Denmark here as we head through the next, about half an hour or so. Some hail and certainly some downpours coming through.
All right, thanks, Luke. Thank you for watching at 4:30. Stay around. Local 5 News at 5 coming our way in just a minute. Stay right there.
Closed captioning sponsored by Wisconsin Elevator Sales and Service.